Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our entitled people. In today's episode, Karen at theater gets instant karma. Karens that live by public spaces. My friend hugs in an inappropriate way. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Karen at theater gets instant karma. My husband and I went to the Nikki Glazer show last night. We took our seats just before the first act started, and we were sat next to a couple that looked to be in their 60s or so. My husband quickly pulls out his phone, dims the screen all the way down, to text his brother who was also at the show. We were supposed to be seated together. It was really strange that we arrived to find we were apart. This lasted about 10 seconds. And was at the very beginning of this woman's set. Karen next to me leans over a bit to get my attention, looks me squarely in the face, and at full volume says, confrontationally, "Can you put your phone down? It's distracting and I paid good money for these tickets." I responded with, "I'm not holding a phone." She then leans over me to address my husband in the same way. Meanwhile, all around us, people are taking their seats. Ushers are pointing their lights at aisles. Other people are talking and on their phone and settling in. So after she addresses us like this, my husband and I quietly say, "Wow, that was weird." And then she doubles down and goes all in. "Maybe you need to remove yourselves and find different seats." To which I reply calmly, "Nope, we're good. We're ready to have a great night. Are you good?" Well, this incenses Karen. She tells me that she will have us thrown out and that she is going to speak to an usher. Her husband then motions with his hands for her to bring it down a notch. Nope, Karen isn't backing down. She hails an usher over, tells her side of events, and then the usher looks at us and says, "You think you guys can work it out?" To which I give a thumbs up and a "we're good." Karen goes silent. Defeat is a bitter pill to swallow. Not 5 minutes later, a couple sits down in the row behind us and begins to loudly talk throughout the entire show. They're cackling, talking about their dinner, saying things back to the comedians, the works. Karen wanted to go all in on these folks. She turned around a couple times to give them an evil eye, but she knew she couldn't escalate things with an usher. I just enjoyed her being genuinely distracted by these folks. After going so hard on us initially, it seems she should have bitten her tongue for the actual rudeness she encountered later. Any chance that Karen was in brother's seat? Seems like by the end, ChatGPT forgot about that plotline. That was exactly how I thought this story would end. The usher discovering they had sat themselves at a better seat and kicking them out. I got told to put my phone away in a movie theater. During the commercials, not even the previews, let alone the actual movie. I'm an avid moviegoer and love the theater experience, but I'm only ever bothered if someone uses their phone during the actual movie. Trailers hold no weight over movie-going etiquette. Karens that live by public spaces. This is a PSA to Karens that live near parks and open space. I regret to inform you that these spaces are public and do not belong to you. The streets accessing these spaces are also public.
No, Karen.
I won't move my legally parked car. It's not blocking your driveway, nor is it blocking your precious mailbox. It would be tragedy if you didn't get your Valpak mailer today. Woman yesterday was standing outside her house losing her mind as a group of runners parked to go on a run. Reminded me of this open space access area near my parents' house a few years ago. This woman was screaming that the space was closed as we rolled by on our four-wheeler. There were logs blocking access that I'm guessing were placed by the same woman. Told her to call the police, moved the logs, and kept going. What she didn't know is we were exiting the space elsewhere. I hope she was anxiously waiting. The Valpak tragedy. She might have to get her 30% off coupon for the local framing shop a few hours late. Thank you for this. It's golden. I frequently use a side street that is approximate 20 meters inside of a school zone as it lets out 2 blocks from my home street. I am also usually able to scurry through, while doing the speed limit, about 10 minutes before the school actually lets out. Many parents are lined up along the main street and the side street waiting for their middle school children to be released, which is technically not allowed. I was flagged down by another parent one time who didn't like the fact that I was using the side street when I obviously did not have a child to pick up. She advised that she had seen me several times using this street and it looked predatory. I pointed out that I was always long gone before the current students were released and that the side street was a public street. Still not good enough. I still drive that way home and make a point of waving to her as I go past. She has tried to stop me a few times, but watching her pound on the roof of her car because I didn't stop again has its own rewards. Primary school near me. House owners used to put traffic cones or even chairs on the public road to try and prevent parents parking outside their shitty homes during school runs. Once shared a driveway with a Karen/Kevin combo. Yes, it was bad. He parked his boat and jet skis on his side of the driveway instead of at his dock, so all the driving had to be done on our side of the driveway. Cleaned the boats each spring and fall with a muriatic acid combo that ran into our yard and killed my plants. Brought in heavy trucks with loads of rock that destroyed the pavement. When it was time to repave, he canceled the agreed-on contractor and got one who paved only his side, but only about a third of the width. Had guests park in our front yard. We celebrated when they moved. My friend hugs in an inappropriate way. I have a friend who likes to dress up as a woman occasionally. As I am the only female in the office, he always asks for my opinion every time he sees any new dress or accessory. He is a nice guy, but he is annoying me these days. Every time I try to work in the office, he brings up the discussion about dresses. He invites me to his place to help him do his hair and change his clothes in front of me. He hugs me such a way that his private parts can be felt against. Sometimes he tickles me and tries to feel my bra. I don't know what should I do about this. I try to help him dressing up as much as I could, but sometimes it gets too awkward. I don't want to look like homophobic, that's why I don't tell him anything. I can't get any work done because the moment I try to concentrate, he comes up to my desk to ask for opinion on random things. He often sends me photos of himself wearing swimming costumes. After that, he apologizes and buys me something small like chocolates and biscuits. I don't even want them. Last weekend, he made me spend 3 hours on his hair, which was absolutely pointless. Can anyone please help me out in this? What should I do? I have confronted him before that I don't like to see him in swimwear, and I can't offer him any help, but he still can't stop bugging me. Stop this relationship now. Just because he cross-dresses doesn't mean he doesn't have plans for you. He knows I have a BF. I don't know why he is doing this. If he likes me, he can just say that clearly. He proposed a girl last year. She rejected him, and he was pretty chill about it. I don't understand if he has feelings for me, or he is just doing everything just be close to a female so that he can feel more like a girl. Get the book A Woman in Your Own right now. You don't know how to reinforce your boundaries, and it shows. You have skills you need to learn ASAP, and it will make your life so much easier. This man is totally taking advantage and relying on you feeling awkward to let him do it. Shut it down now. He's being inappropriate. Set a firm boundary that you no longer want to talk about this or help in any way, and if he won't stop, then report him to HR. How should I say that? It is going to be awkward then. He buys me so many things I feel like I am obliged to do things for him. I moved to a new country and he helped me out a lot. I feel like I owe it to him. Also, I was being just nice to him so that I don't come up as a homophobic person. I come from a country where cross-dressing is not common. Still, I try to be supportive. He is using his cross-dressing as a smokescreen to play with you, and you are enabling him. Wake up and smell the coffee. How is he getting you to spend time with him against your will? Practice saying no as politely or as bluntly as you want. Ask your boyfriend to help you practice. Keep being busy. It does sound like it is time to actually have a conversation about how you are not comfortable with the way he is acting. Maybe via TXT so you can express yourself clearly. Hey, I think it's time we have a discussion around boundaries. Our friendship no longer feels fun or comfortable because I worry that you're going to touch me or send me pictures of you in bathing suits. The fact that you haven't stopped this shit after I've told you to is alarming AF. You need to back up off of me because your behavior is legitimately creepy. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.